Now that you've engaged with the introduction and understand a little bit about inspiration, let's take a look at the element of intelligence, which constitutes the channels, structures, and systems that are used and are acknowledged when trying to gather information and data in relation to a specific inspirational event or concept. The main question for this element is, how are we gathering this intelligence? What are the limitations on our ability to get information about the topic? And what are the topics which we want to learn about? For individuals, it's predominantly our senses that constitute the primary channels of intelligence gathering. Now, these channels are limited. According to research, the human capacity to engage incoming information is limited to about 120 bits of data per second. Now, keep in mind that same research suggests that conversations can take up to 50 bits per second, which means it's already difficult to listen to two people having a conversation, and it's nearly impossible to listen to three people trying to talk to you at once. Now, for governments, there are institutions designated with the task of engaging these channels, structures, and systems, each with their own specific tasks connected to intelligence gathering. Human intelligence, signal intelligence, signature and measurement intelligence, open source intelligence. And then you got things like FinInt and MedInt and TechInt, each which is with its own specific focus. But inherent to the process for each of them is the recognition that we are limited in what data we can acquire, and that in any attempt that we make to create a full picture, we may actually suffer from certain cognitive or institutional biases, which may mean that we're trying to get the wrong information, or we're not even aware of information that we're missing. In addition to the question of whether or not we are getting the right information, we need to be able to judge the worth, reliability, and the source of the intelligence that we are gathering. Is it open sourced, or is it based on secret operations to get the data? Is it one-sided? Do we only read one specific source of information, or are we branching out to get different perspectives on the same topic? Is it something from a friend on Facebook, or is it from someone who knows and has worked in the field in question? Yet, one of the primary threats to intelligence gathering is information overload. So on the one hand, you want to get as much information as possible. On the other, too much information may be a problem. And that's the point where we're no longer able to integrate the information because it's just too much to handle. For institutions, this limit is dependent upon the channel systems and the human resources available to monitor and engage with incoming information, and to direct the process so that the information goes to the correct analytic body. So once we've gathered all this information, what do we do with it? Well, that's the job for analysis. Let's take a look.